Hello again, everybody. This is Dan Clouser, and welcome back to the Journey My Mother's Son podcast. It's been a couple weeks since I've released a podcast. I ran into a little technical snafu back a few weeks ago as we were making our trip down to Florida. My laptop took a fall of about 4 or 5 feet from our top bunk. Totally my fault, and the hard drive on my laptop was corrupted and therefore did not allow me to get in and edit any podcasts. I had to get it taken back to Staples and have it reworked and reset. But we are back up and running now, and I think I just wanted to come on here and do a monologue to let everyone know why it's been 3 weeks since my last podcast has come out. And it's funny when things like that happen, you don't realize how much you rely on technology and rely on things that are at your fingertips every day. I think you can take things for granted, whether it be technology or physical things like a laptop or even people in general, until you don't have them for a little bit. And I just recorded the podcast the day before this had happened. That file was lost because it hadn't gotten backed up in time. So I got my computer back and was able to download all my backed up data because of that file not being properly backed up, just because of the timing. That was lost. So I'll have to redo a podcast that was recorded. But I'm excited to have my technology back and have a lot of really awesome interviews coming up here. We're getting ready to head back to Pennsylvania here. And going to take our time heading back to Pennsylvania. It'll take us about a week to get back to Pennsylvania. But starting on the 5th of May, I'll be back to releasing some really awesome interviews every week. And again, just love telling the stories of the people that I meet, both virtually and in person on this journey. But like I said, it's funny that there comes a time in your life where you take things for granted, and once that's gone, and not having a laptop to do work on for a little over a week, and then taking almost another week to get everything, once I got the laptop back and it was fixed and repaired, to then download the programs and the data that was, again, fortunately backed up. Other than literally one file that wasn't salvaged, was able to get everything back up and running. But during that 2 week time where you didn't have the things at your fingertips that you normally have, it was funny. I haven't written in quite some time, and my desire to write when I didn't have a laptop was greater than than the past month or so, where I haven't written a whole lot when I had the ability to do so at my fingertips. So I think I've took that for granted, that hey, I don't feel like writing today, I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, and maybe I'll do it the next day. I think with this little technological snafu that I've had, you're going to see a lot more writing coming out of me as well, because I'm not going to take that for granted. I'm not going to take it for granted, the fact that will always have the ability to access the tools that I need. And again, I think this was just kind of a great metaphor for our lives in general, to people and things that we so often take for granted. I think we want to cherish a little bit more, understand how precious our time with other people is throughout our lives, and that we can really lose sight of those special moments with with the people we love. So if there's silver lining in what had happened, I think that's it. Just being able to gain perspective of what losing a physical item was able to reflect and make me understand how important it is to take advantage of everything in life. And, again, just cherishing those moments that we have with the people that we love. So it was nice to be able to put into perspective through the loss of a laptop to, really not take for granted anything that we have, whether it be a material possession or even more importantly, a human connection. So stay tuned for next week. We're going to be back on track and release some great content, some great interviews coming up. I can't wait to get them out to you. We have a little bit of a backlog now that I haven't been editing, which is, again, good and bad. It means a lot of work now for me to get things edited and out there and produced. But then it also means that, I know there's going to be some good content coming out there for you guys to hear and some really amazing interviews. So, folks, again, I appreciate you hanging with me through this little hiatus of 3 weeks, and look forward to getting some great content out there. For those out there listening, be sure to check out my other podcasts and blogs at journeyofmymotherson.com or danclouser.com. While you're there, pick up a copy of one of my books. Yuke's newest book, 4 Paws and 6 Wheels Across America, which has been a huge hit so far, or either of my first 2 books, The Journey of My Mother's Son, Volume 1, or The Beauty of a Diamond Through the Eyes of a Coach, all available on my website or on Amazon. And again, just thanks so much for listening, and look forward to getting some great content out there for you.